selling real one, Chevy.
Hey everyone, welcome back to I Just Watched. We're about to check out Marvel Studios' Secret Invasion, the official trailer. Before we get into it, I gotta hit you with the usual, which is hopefully you like this enough to smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the little bell to get notified. I should be excited for this. Let me put it that way. I should be more excited for what Marvel is announced, planning to reveal, to drop, to release. Should be. However, until I see that they're not just doing a bunch of idiocracies and shit like that anymore, I'm gonna be hella hesitant. Especially like something like this, Secret Invasion, to me is way bigger than Secret Wars and the whole Kang Dynasty thing. This right here, I'll get into it. Let's watch this. I have a whole, it's hard not to discuss. I'm gonna shut up. Sorry. You brought the nice alien some flowers.
For years, you've been avoiding Earth. But I have called for your help plenty of other times, and you've been pretty content to let those calls go straight to voicemail.
Yeah, well, this is different. How much do you know about your security detail?
What do you mean, how much do I know about him?
Rhodes. Oh shit, bro.
Fury?
That's
We
how.
gotta be very careful now.
You're in no shape for this fight that lies before us.
What was this? Boy, Rhodes,
just the
baby.
beginning.
Yeah.
This is my war alone. And I'm the last person standing between them and what they really want. And what is that?
Interesante. Interesante. Okay. That shit looks good. However, they know how to make some fucking enticing ass teasers and trailers and shit. So, going off of this, he's been gone for years. At the end, you see another Fury with eye patch, and then when the one talking to Maria, no eye patch. It's those small. This one's kind of in your face, but small details that usually tell you which one's which. First question is, so some of the Skrull are evil, even though they weren't. See, this is my thing. Like, why put us in a situation where the Skrull are not all bad, and then you're gonna turn this and be like, no, there's some that are complete monsters, and Nick Fury is trying to figure it out. I think you're gonna find out that Fury, with the help or use the Skrull all the way back to when he met him, roughly in the 90s, to start, doing certain spy shit, special missions and whatnot, and was doing that, and throughout the years, it started to get extremely out of control, especially when, he learned that at a certain point, Hydra was so infiltrated into S.H.I.E.L.D., plus then he had the Skrulls who probably, started changing their ideals. They maybe wanted more power, more freedom, started to lose control of that, and he was still on Earth, still doing his thing, but once the Avengers were solidified and he knew that they could handle those situations, I think that's when he transitioned to try and figure out how to stop this invasion he started. That is my guess. I'm also thinking the last time we really saw him was Winter Soldier. And I'm saying that because that is when S.H.I.E.L.D. collapsed, but that is when he took advantage of that situation to disappear, use whatever couple, I don't know, maybe it's just Talos, or if there's a couple other, there's clearly a couple other, because you see him in in the spaceship with other Skrull. Talos and Homegirl are in the Spidey thing. So there's a few others. So him and those whatever amount or ragtag group of Skrulls that are still good guys took advantage of that, rebuilt and started SWORD since S.H.I.E.L.D. went down and was infiltrated. And now he's been off planet trying to figure out who's who, what's what, and who's a Skrull, who's not, what's going on, and all that. And I think this show is really gonna be less about what's going on, what's happening, what's gonna happen, and it's gonna be more focused on how much we've missed in the previous phases and movies and shows, that there's been Skrull everywhere, just like there was Hydra agents everywhere. It's gonna be like that, but with the invasion purposes with Skrull. And it's gonna end on this moment where, now that we're caught up, so to speak, how do we win? How do we figure out how do we defeat this invasion? And this is gonna be like our first main drop. And I think for this current saga, the Kang Dynasty, Secret Wars, I think they threw that in our face. So we're like, oh shit. Age of Ultron, we're like, oh shit. I think it's gonna be good. I think I think Majors is gonna kill it, and Kang's gonna be a big deal, and all this shit's gonna be happening, and we're gonna be like, holy shit, this is wild. While the whole time, the invasion and stuff is happening in the background, and that's gonna be our Thanos subplot later, our big bad that we get to after dealing with Kang and that whole situation. Secret Wars is great and all, but Secret Wars was literally created to get rid of things that they didn't like in the books and stuff like that. I think it's cool, but I definitely feel like that is kind of a, oh shit, this is happening, to hide the fact that they're going to try to make Secret Invasion a huge subplot point that is going to pay off extremely later. If this is phase 4, we're moving into phase 5, if I'm correct. That, you're getting the 2 Avenger movies back to back, which we aren't getting anymore. Okay. And then you're going to give us those 2 major ones. Dude, the Kang Dynasty is 2 movies alone. Secret Wars is 2 movies alone. But we're getting that, which tells me to come after that is going to be the resolution, the resolve of this. This would have been also great if there were certain characters we could still use. Iron Man, Cap, because I remember, the star, no star, stuff like that. It looks interesting. I hope it's good. Samuel Jackson's a gangster. I love the dude. This has potential. I think it also has potential to really give us another oh fuck with the MCU, because like I said, as of recently, the shows have been okay or decent. The movies, I think all the movies in phase 4 have been kind of whack. Like, to me, it would be Shang-Chi, Eternals. I know people hate or dislike Eternals extremely, but Shang-Chi, Eternals to me was okay. It was decent. Black Widow doesn't even really take place in phase 4, but it doesn't matter. And then it's fucking No Way Home, only because the fucking nostalgia of seeing Tobey Maguire, and then more so for me, Andrew Garfield as, again, the best Spider-Man ever. If you think otherwise, you are wrong. Telling you straight up, you wrong. As a discussion to have another time as to why I think he's the best Spider-Man. I think Tobey is probably the best Peter, but Garfield is without question the best on-screen Spider-Man. But seeing him again, fucking loved it. Seeing Tobey, loved it. Seeing the team up, great. Seeing these great villains come back, that's what made that movie really good. The actual Marvel storyline and all that shit to me was it was whack at best. It was okay, mediocre. So in No Way Home, because the high intensity level of nostalgia and love for these classic originals. And then you do Doctor Strange into Multiverse of Madness. Ugh, what a waste of opportunity. And then Thor 4. Oh my, don't even get me started on that fucking basura. But that's how I'm feeling right now. So I'm hoping things get better. We still have Wakanda Forever, which I'm nervous. And I really think that Wakanda Forever is actually going to take place like Black Widow. It's going to take place partially or mostly before Endgame. It's going to be during the blip. Because there's a piece of dialogue I've heard in either a TV spot or something where she's like, my kids are dead. Or, both my kids are dead or something like that. The Queen. And the only time we know where both her kids are dead is during the blip because they both got snapped. So I'm thinking part of it, or the majority of this, is going to happen there. And that's when Atuma is going to talk Namor into attacking while they're weak, and or fake some kind of bombing on Atlantis. They're not calling it Atlantis. Are they gonna call it like the actual? I don't remember off the top of my head, like like the actual term. If they do that, boy. But I think Atuma is gonna trick him, being like his right hand man, his top tier in charge of the soldier shit, warrior stuff, and he's gonna trick him into thinking the Wakandans are attacking or bad guys, blah blah blah, and they're weak right now because they don't have T'Challa, they don't have Shuri, they don't have the brawn, they don't have the brain, they don't have the combination. Let's go. And I think the Queen is going to become probably Black Panther for a part of it. And they're going to have to fight and figure it out. And then we know Shuri's in it, we know pieces of it. So I think it's going to take place like that and probably end in present day. That is my guess here. That's what I'm thinking. I'm willing to bet on it, that it's going to be something along those lines. Want to let y'all know if you agree, disagree. How do you feel about this? Let me know down below. What do you think of the recent movies? If you love them, that's fine. I generally can't, because they're doing way too much dumb shit for me to be like, oh yeah, I love this. I can get behind it. It's too much mediocrity going on for me to be like, no, I gotta hold you up to a standard. I know you can do way fucking better. We've seen it. And now you have more funding. Now you have better capabilities, and you should not be dropping the ball. So I love these characters too much to be okay with shit like Thor 4, Love and Thunder, the pinche basura de esa movie. Anyways, I want to hear your thoughts, comments, questions, concerns down below. How do you feel about this? What do you think about Secret Invasion? What do you think is going down with Kang and the future of Marvel? Give me some theories. I want to hear them. Agree, disagree. Let me know. I love y'all. But until next time, stay safe, be well. Adios.